So yes, welcome to the Editor's Stone game stream. Darren's in Wales. I'm in Japan in my new abode.
Mm-hmm.
I just finished moving today, which is why my room looks like a hot mess of boxes and wonderful things. We got a cool printer in the back, and I'm in the country. It's quite sweet. You should have moved. I mean, that is a thought. Do you live in an apartment? Do you live in a house? Do you live in the city? We moved to a townhouse.
Nah, he
in
means
the
to
country.
Japan, so you get 6 months of maternity leave.
Oh, you should have moved. You should have moved to Japan.
There's pros and cons with that, Pigeon. There's pros and cons with moving to Japan.
Yeah. Like you'd have to, if you don't. I see what you mean. If you don't speak fluent Japanese, finding work can be difficult. And if you speak fluent Japanese, finding work can be difficult. It's the work life in Japan is difficult. So that's just a thing to keep in mind. How's it going this week, Darren? You all right? Everything good?
Yeah, good. Super productive. Getting excited as we're just getting towards the end of stuff for the book. What else has happened this week? Bobo, our kitten, is becoming a bit of a teenager. He pooped by himself for the first time. Yesterday
Wonderful.
or today? Yesterday, for the first time by himself. Yeah, he just went downstairs and did the deed alone.
Congratulations, Bobo.
Yeah, we're very
joining
proud
us.
of him.
I mean, I love my time on the human litter box, so I get it.
Yeah.
But that's a species. Doesn't matter what species you are, you got to enjoy that time for yourself.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Like, glad to hear it. This week for me, I played a bunch of music and then did a bunch of moving.
Yeah.
So it's been fucking non-stop. So I'm ready to get into it. It's some fantasy. And YouTube comments.
Yeah.
YouTube comments.
You're right. Thank you for reminding me. I forgot about YouTube comments. Let me check.
Yeah, I don't look at YouTube. I don't know if there's YouTube comments.
Yeah.
Or it's just questions in the chat. And like Pigeon Paladin, for example, you got the baby sleeping. You got time to yourself hanging out. Ask us anything while you can. You're here to live this live, or share something. Like, how was your week, Pigeon Paladin? How was your week, Zilphia? What have you guys been doing? We'd love to hear it because if there's anything that all this video technology is useful for, this should be for connecting with people. So we would love to hear what you've been up to. I think that's right. And you're going back to work on Monday, so sorry about that. But how has your paternity leave been? Not sleeping. Yeah, that makes sense. Here's my tip. Is this your first kid, by the way? Because I do have a kid. And I love kids. And my tip is I created very early on a playlist of jazz lullaby songs that I played to my child every night to lull them to sleep. And it worked like a charm until they were like, now, actually. Every time, it's basically they just get what's it called? What's the name of the dog? You ring the bell, the mouth starts to have
response.
Pavlovian, yeah. You get a Pavlovian sleep response. That's something you could consider if you're into music. Choosing a kind of like lullaby type music you're into. I recommend video game music too. Like video game lullabies, Final Fantasy lullabies, if you like that stuff, and making like a consistent 2 to 3 hour thing, and making it consistent when they sleep, and they'll start, locking into sleep with that playlist. So that's Papa Kurt's recommendation to try, and it worked very well for me as a father. But your mileage may vary.
Yep, nice. We do have some YouTube comments, but nothing really for us to respond to. So I can just share it quickly. This is our stream from last week where we finished off all the legendary items, the lore behind them anyway, which was really awesome.
Yeah.
And we had 2 comments from our favorite YouTube commenter, Tuap. The first.
Big up to Tuap.
Yeah, big up to Tuap.
Or 280.
Was the Sailing Queen's Mantle was so cool. I love the item and the concept. Definitely improved from the original legend. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. And then also so much great art. Talking about Chrissy's art there, so thanks, Chrissy. And also teasing a new project. I'm so excited. Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah. Thanks for the great comments. Pigeon Paladin has a response to my suggestion. You've been reading our folk tales. That's wonderful.
Ooh,
that makes
nice.
sense that you're on stream because we love folk tales. What country of origin is my question? Is it European, etc.? But definitely do that. But the nice thing about having a music playlist is the consistency of the timing and the response, right? So a bit of consistency at bedtime can help a lot with that. I think so. That's why it worked for me. So, but yeah, keep doing that too. Keep reading to your kids. Man, I try to read it to my son now, and we'll read together, but he likes reading Japanese English dictionaries, and so it's not like great bedtime story material.
It puts you to
Maybe
sleep
we'll
and
talk
not
about
him, kind of thing.
Hmm?
It puts you
Well,
to sleep
no, he
more
just
than
like
him.
we not necessarily. It's kind of fun. Like we read the English Japanese word. And he just likes to learn about it. That's all. And so it's kind of fun. Ooh, that's some nice art, which I see on my screen here.
Yeah. So today we literally what did I do yesterday? Yesterday I was editing maps for the otherworldly adventure section of the book for the Game Master. And then the day before that, I was editing a whole bunch of chapters, and I submitted 4 chapters to the layout artist now. So now I pretty much, yeah, the almost every chapter in the book is now in the layout artist's hands, except Pendrake Secrets, Everfather's Fairy World, then the Bestiary and the Legendary Artifacts. So it really is the majority of the book now that's in the layout artist's hand, which is awesome. And today we are helping out by brainstorming a bunch of lore for the Everfather's realm, Fairy Realm. That's what we're going to do. What does Pigeon say?
Now Darren's been working on this for a bit, and I haven't. How have you already done some brainstorming on this on your own this section yet?
000. So we've done.
Okay, cool.
We've done most of the lore for the Pendrake mortal realm, but we haven't touched the Everfather's realm yet. We know the names of the Fae that lead the houses. I've done that work already. So what we need to do is just come up with ideas, kind of what we did for all the other houses. We're just doing that again.
Got it.
Yeah.
Now the place where I'm coming in as a handicap is I need to go and read. I haven't read the secrets for the Pendrake yet, which would help me with some brainstorming. But we don't need to do that. We're not going to finish everything right now anyway.
Yeah.
But we can just kind of go in cold and go for it. So a reasonable place to start was just the Everfather themselves, right?
I guess so. I wanted to do the houses, but you're right. We could just do the Everfather himself. Yeah.
Yeah, and first of all, what is his name?
His name is Beli Mawr.
Beli Mawr.
Beli Mawr.
Oh, Beli Mawr. Oh, okay.
So if you can speak Welsh and English, that name to you means great belly.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not actually Great Belly. His name is Beli, and he is great. But it is also a pun. It could just mean he has a massive belly, which I think is true.
Yeah, which also that's true. And let's talk about this man during the Age of Monsters, during the Fifth Era. Was he a chieftain? Was he a follower? Was he a soldier?
All we know about him so far is that he is the greatest warrior to have ever lived in Avalon, essentially.
Okay.
He's undefeated in wrestling. There's all sorts of legends about him besting foes with weapons and throwing axes and splitting other axes with axes, kind of Robin Hood style. And then he was the one, obviously, to take down the Urdreich. And all we know so far about how he did that, well, we know most of it really, was that he did 2 things. One, he had a magic enchanted chariot crafted with sacred wood from the Penby forests, or before they were the Penby forests. And then he managed to convince an Adar Llwch Gwyn, which are these giant eagles that are very difficult to convince. They're intelligent, to hook that chariot up to a bunch of them, and then they flew into battle with him against the Urdreich, and he managed to slay the giant beast by being far more agile than it was in some kind of combat prowess. I don't know exactly how that works yet, because we still have the idea that they have great scales, they're difficult to penetrate. So I don't know if he had a magic weapon as well, or if he found a way to get through the scales.
I mean, the most obvious thing is the joke thing where he like allows himself to get swallowed, but he
I mean,
like
that's
kills
literally what I was just thinking as well. It was just like because the other part about this is he needs to die in the process, right? That's the
Yeah,
conceit we have. So
that's the most obvious. And plus, he has cattle witch, so he has the great sword.
no, he didn't have that yet. He forged that
Oh, that was after.
later.
Yeah, okay.
He forged that to kill the
Right.
gods. It's like a
Okay.
ultimatum.
And then, okay, so we assume he's some kind of charismatic. Then, if he either charismatic or has some sort of affinity for like nature or other creatures, in order to convince the great birds.
Right? Yeah, yeah. I think he is charismatic, but I don't think it was that because his whole shtick as a god is about justice, order, community.
I mean, it's kind of charisma, right?
It is.
It's not.
I think it's
not being like
more that he did something for them that made them worthy in his eyes. Like he did them some great favor. He righted a wrong for them, perhaps, or something like that.
I see. So more like So he's a kind of action speak louder than the words type.
Yeah, exactly.
Leader.
He earns respect through trials, not by speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a.
Write these things down.
Please do. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
So I just moved, and so I'm just a talking head today. I don't actually have my computer.
Chariot from Enchanted Wood of Sacred Tree.
And is Beli? Sorry, keep going.
No, you go first because I'm just typing, so you should talk.
Yeah. So Beli Mawr too. This is taken from. He's named from a character of legend, right? An actual character of legend.
Yeah.
Is that right?
So he is like the patron god of the Welsh pantheon. He's married to a partner with Don, who's our ever mother figure, and also sister to Penarvin, who's the ever elder in our world. And a bunch of the gods in the Mabinogi and other places that we've included as Telwyth Teg in our book are his and her sons and daughters, basically. So he is the father figure in the Welsh pantheon. Yeah.
Got it. And do we have any depictions of him?
Yes. I think actually, I think there's some on the Wikipedia page. Beli Mawr, I think so. Yeah. Look at this guy from some kind of like monk. He's like they use him in the genealogies as like the original king of Wales, basically, or something like that.
Oh, okay.
So apparently it's this guy, but I wouldn't really use that as
Sure, of course. Our ever father.
But yeah, he's there. Oh, we have artwork of him. Do you want to see our artwork?
Yeah, we do have. Yeah. He's a mountain. He's a literal mountain of a man.
Yeah. Where is he? God, ever father. So we're talking about this guy. Literal mountain of a man.
So basically, he submits himself to. He kills the drag. The things. Okay, like we don't have to 100% answer these questions now. It'll develop itself. But the questions that seem relevant to me to answer in his character is one: how did he die? Killing the drag, right? And where did it happen? I'm assuming in his mountains, and two, if the drag has any way of being resurrected. Several of the Fichtra have this kind of potential, right?
Yeah.
Like the Griffowin's heart and so on. 3, what is his relationship with some of the other Everones, and especially the Evermother, is an important thing to, I think, clarify.
We didn't mention that in the Evermothers section, did we? I think
we didn't, but we can also mention it in the Okay, well, this could be an optional, but it is something that we could potentially answer since he is the Everfather champion and so on. I mean, it is just a thought.
Okay, so then let's start then. So I think we're going to go backwards. I think I like the Jove storyline. I think it's just the obvious one, and it's probably the right one. The way I've written it down already is that he battles the Erdreich in the sky. Like this is going to be. I mean, it has to be legendary. It's like this awesome battle in the sky with this giant dragon, and everyone's going to be able to see it, right? People are going to be looking up at this thing and seeing like a firework display of fire as this thing is like writhing around in the sky as he's battling it. And my vision for this battle is that he knows he can't penetrate its scales. He knows his plan is to rip it apart from the inside. But every time the beast opens its mouth, it releases flames everywhere, right? He can't get in there without burning alive. So his strat is to wear down the dragon until it runs out of fire to breathe, and then he can launch himself in there. So it's this great battle that lasts for hours, days, question mark. The great eagles are knackered. He's using his prowess as a rider and as a warrior to outmaneuver and wear down the beast to the point that it runs out of flames, and then when it opens its mouth to finally bite him, he launches himself in there and tears it apart from the inside with whatever weapons he has, and dies in the belly of the beast. Yeah.
Be ever YOLO.
Yeah.
So he somehow cuts up the Ur dragon and fells him from inside. Yeah. Sure.
So then there's two ways to go from there. Oh, go on, you go first.
Yeah, what's funny is like the we see the Legend of Job often referenced, at least mechanically, in other popular media. The one that comes to mind is like Attack on Titan, Shingeki no Kyojin, if you're a fan of the anime at all. Where, spoiler alert, the main character, like in the first fucking issue, gets like swallowed by a monster, and then he becomes a great monster himself. So that is a thing. Pigeon Paladin says, maybe a ridiculous death. What if fighting from the chariot was going well? The Drake started to learn, and he jumped down on his head. Somehow managed to kill it, but fell in the process. So he just died from terminal velocity.
Literally falls to his death.
I think foolishly.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there's some value in that, right? It feels like a realistic death, which I don't necessarily mind either. Whereas getting swallowed by the dragon feels like a mythic death. Either one can work. Actually, kind of work for me.
I think it's hard to die from falling if you have giant eagle friends. Unless the Drak kills the eagles as well, but then that feels really bad.
Well, no, that's
part of the tragedy, I guess.
Yeah. Oh well, but the thing is, landing on his head, like the whole point. I mean, what you're saying is that he had to go internally because he had impenetrable skin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that would be the only thing that would go against that particular.
Actually, I have a question. So did we include lore for how the Erdavunk might come back?
We have not.
Yeah. So we haven't necessarily done this for every beast.
We haven't done it for everyone, so we don't necessarily have to do it for everyone.
We've done it for Iskatheodwin. We did it for
the Bird Tower.
We've done it.
The Mukalevian.
We've done it for Mukalevian. Maybe. Yeah, that exists and against the Fairy Queen.
Oh yeah, the Fairy Queen.
Yeah. But we haven't done it for the Vunk. And I don't know. I feel like we could do it for the. I mean, the Vunk is the easy one to retcon because I don't know. It'll just be something to do with the unmaking or something like that, or.
It's like starving. Like we could just put a thing where it's like buried. Feeding it a secret could revive it or something. Who knows?
Pigeon says, "Good point. The Eagles tokenism taught me too well not to ignore the giant eagles."
Yeah. Taught me too well to ignore the giant eagles.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he got letters. He got letters about that, and he wrote about them in his letters. I think about the plot hole of the Eagles.
But I think the rationale against it is pretty good. Like you've heard the rationale against it, right?
I've heard plenty of rationale against it. I think it's all good.
Yeah. So it's fine. Okay.
Okay. So question. So how can the Drak come back? Do we want that to be included at all? There's obvious like magical things that we can do, like there being a volcano in the other world, and it can just, the dragon could go into it and come out as the Dragon, something like that. It's possible. But
did the battle happen in the other world, or did it happen?
No, it happened in Avalon. It all happened.
Okay, got it. I mean, it could be a thing. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go.
I mean, it could be a thing that when it died, it like fossilized or something magically, and it's actually just the tip of like some great mountain peak.
Yeah. Dude. Yeah, that's a thing. That's a really good idea. Actually, you're touching there on some really strong
actual
Welsh mythology.
That seems.
There's a tales of the red dragon slumbering under a mountain in
Wales. So it's dead quote unquote. And then there could be, how would you revive it? Well, either imbuing it with some measure
maybe
of
that's
the.
it then. So the giant corpse lay on the land, and
Imagine sorry, good.
yeah, the giant corpse lay on the land. Like its scales are like impenetrable, right? So it's difficult to like kill or destroy this thing. So when the Everfather came back, he just built a mountain over it to keep it there.
But
imprison it.
Imagine a cave system that is just like this dead dragon's inner.
Yeah, the problem with this is that we haven't finished writing the Everfather's the Pendrake secret sections yet, so we could include this.
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
So, yes, we can.
Okay, I kind of like that. So then now the only thing that we haven't included on how to bring back is the Avant. And now I kind of want to get that in there somehow, but it's too late. I've already handed that into the artist.
You did well.
Yeah.
One of the reasons why I kind of left it out is, and didn't feel the need to touch on it, is one, the nature of the Penavant's death, and two, kind of the remoteness of that. You know, it's a secret that the Everstranger knows. I mean, the Everelder knows.
Yeah.
It's not even we know it. So I think it's okay. Like, just let it be asymmetrical for now, and if it becomes a thing, we can bring it back later. But the most obvious thing is the Penavant is at the bottom of a pit of the castle, and someone who feeds it like a certain kind of secret, it'll start to revive it. So,
but we don't mention it, but that's fine. Yeah. Okay, I kind of like this. Yeah, the Drake is still there in a Varlan, the giant mountain built over it.
Yeah,
that's cool. All right, then now we need to go backwards. So we got the battle. We got what happens after the battle. And before, he convinces the Great Eagles to pull him into battle, or pull his chariot into battle. Pull his chariot into battle. What did he do to do that? How did he earn their respect?
Like, what's his, like, basically, what's his motivation for killing the Erddrag?
Well, I was going to go back. That's the first thing. But we can start there now if you want. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's important. Like the Ever Elder, like, he had loved ones killed by an Avant, right? And like everyone lost. Like a key point is that everyone lost someone or something to the Faith Ra, and that's what compelled them to become this great hero. Does he have that, or do we does he also have that, or do we?
Initial instinct was like, no, he just wanted to kill the baddest thing that he could find.
Yeah, that would be very well.
But then my next thought is, well, why does he want to prove himself so much to do that? You know, that's.
But that can also be. That can also just be a Welsh hero. With, you know, like that is a part of like old folklore, which is these people, these heroes are larger than life. They don't need a fucking human motivation. Being great is all they need, and that's okay too. It's like valid.
Yeah.
From a folkloric point of view, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, and that's part of like that's part of the mythos of the Pendrake and also the Drake themselves. Like the people of this land learn from the dragons that the stronger you are, the more that you can hoard, the more that you can keep. Right, so the strength is power. Yeah. I think the difference between the humans and the dragons is the humans find strength together. So if we could tie that in as well, something about him being strong, but him being strong with other people, I think is good. Yeah. But we don't have to.
It could come from like an honor point of view, right? Of like of protection, like, you know, he's the strongest, so he becomes like the chief, and then he becomes strongest in the land, so then he becomes the leader of all the people, and then he just self-appoints himself. Like, is that boring? I mean, it could be a little bit. You could call it boring, but as long as you're sort of framing it from this point of like pure quote unquote archetypical Celtic honor warrior, I think it's okay.
Yeah. I think it just comes down to the fact that if he wanted to be like the hero, the biggest, the strongest, that could be that. I mean, he might have then proved himself amongst humans, but it's still never going to be true once the Drake is still above them, right?
Fair. Yeah.
And so he has to prove himself by getting rid of them. Otherwise, it's never true. He's never the biggest, the strongest, the if the Drake is still there, right?
Sure. So he's just He's a glory and honor hound.
But I still need to tie it somehow to like justice and community. That's a key part of him. Unless that comes later. Like I don't know, maybe that comes later.
Sure, yeah. I mean, if he's already a leader, like a chieftain or a king, like it could be that his is the first kingdom that becomes a kingdom, right? Like the other ones are kind of like loose knit tribes, but it could be that his is the first.
You're right. The other gods came and then united their tribes into one clan. He could have already done that. That would be interesting.
Yeah, exactly. So he could be ahead of the curve that way.
Yeah.
And like the model for the other tribes.
The irony of that is that now they're no longer united, right? The 4 tribes instead. But maybe that's part of his vanity. I don't know. Now Jasmine's very much for the Everfather and the Pendrag people being like super paragons, right? But we
I think it's better.
Version of him where he's decided that he's the only one that could lead all of the Pendrag people. So that once he goes back to Avan, and once he goes back to the other world, he puts 4 Brennan in charge because he doesn't think only one person can do it. Only he could do it as one person. So he makes 4 people the leaders instead.
Yeah, that's fine. I think that's a good bit of loading.
To be the greatest.
I can see as a from a patriarchal point of view, I can see myself doing that, right? Like, oh no, it's like it's very patronizing, you know. Patronizing, like, don't worry, you don't have to do what I did. This, you know, you're not as great as me. I got this to you. I got this to you. I got this.
Fact.
That's a very Alexander. Who did that? Was it Alexander the Great that did that? Where he
gave his kingdom to empires and multiple
generals.
Sons. Yeah.
To his generals, not his sons. He didn't have kids,
generals,
right?
Is it? Yeah.
General, and then it didn't work. But in this case, whatever. He's still the difference is that he's an actual fucking god that can grant things.
So, 5 is round 2, 4. Okay, cool. So we've got his motivation, and then we've got the chariot thing kind of done already. And then I'm already realizing now that this is all going to be way too much to include in the story section. So I don't know how we fix that.
No, I mean, I think we just need to know this stuff, and then once we like shape it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm already thinking to myself like the chariot. Well, this lore can just be included with the chariot in the legendary item section.
Yeah, you can split it up.
And the eagles can be done in the eagles section. Yeah. And then all
what's important is
great warrior battle till it runs out, and then the dragon mountain thing. So yeah, I think it's fine.
What's important is that we just know the story.
Yeah, exactly. So the last thing is then, how did he convince the great eagles to put him into battle? How did he earn their respect?
He wrestled one of them.
They respect wits and smarts, but I think I think they have a common enemy, right? Like I think the Drake probably eat the eggs of the Adar Llwyn. Like they're both avian creatures. I can imagine there just being conflicts there. Maybe he proves himself by killing one Drake that they have vengeance against, and then he says, "Look, I can kill this one by myself, but I can't kill the Great One without your help. Let me help you," kind of thing.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Or he made a great. This is a really dumb one.
Yeah.
He snuck into their lair and broke a bunch of eggs, and then he blamed it on the Erdreg, and they're like, "Oh, fuck that guy."
No, we're not doing that.
I know that's not very honorable.
The Everfather does not lie. He does not deceive.
Sure.
How did he understand? I just say answer the riddles and kills the dragon.
I mean, let's put it this way. Okay, here I'm just cooking right here, right?
Yeah.
Like heroism. If his idea is justice and telling the truth, and he cannot lie, and he tells them that I'm gonna kill, because like obviously the Erdreg is probably their greatest predator, right?
Yeah.
But they don't believe he can be killed, but he can't tell a lie, and so he says that I'll kill them, but they don't believe him, and so he says, "Well, I'll do this instead." He says something else that's incredibly impossible, and he achieves it.
Right.
Kind of like the labors of Hercules. Mm-hmm. So imagine he like completes 3 to 5 like incredible labors to prove to them that he always keeps his word, and that he will kill the Erdreg. It could also be an interesting bit of mythos. Like there's like there must be a Celtic hero. There's a Celtic hero. I wish I had my encyclopedia available to me.
Yeah, I kind of like that. I like that idea. For a couple of reasons, but I'm going to read what Pigeon says first. We say, the Everfather is a massive, powerful man, but does that necessitate him being dim-witted? Yeah, no, it doesn't necessitate him being dim-witted, no. But his wits is not his strength. It's not a flaw necessarily either.
Yeah. I mean, like, if you think of Superman recognizes that Batman, Bruce Wayne, is smarter than him, right?
Yeah.
But Superman also recognizes that the value in other people, and that's why he's the leader of the Justice League.
And Superman isn't dumb either.
And he's not dumb. Yeah, he's not dumb. But he also knows that he's not like as smart as Brainiac or Lex Luthor or whatever.
So I like your idea, Kurt, for a couple of reasons. One is the key thing about the Great Eagles is that they test people with riddles, and there is a strong history in the Celtic mythos of people giving people riddles of tasks, like an impossible task that can't be done, and then they find a way to do it, usually through a loophole, but it's some kind of truth to it that you can't see. And so if he says, like, I'll do this thing, and they say it's impossible, and he says, well, give me other impossible tasks and I'll prove to you that I can do the impossible, and then they give him tasks that sound impossible, and then he does it either through his prowess or through finding some kind of truth in the riddle, then that solves both things. One, answering their riddles, and B, proving that you can do the impossible.
Also in I don't have Against Fairy Queen in front of me, but Against Fairy Queen, one of the in the Valley of Triumph, one of the conceits of the games is that the heroes have to complete 3 tasks, right?
Yes.
And there's a poem there too about completing 3 tasks. And I'm trying to remember what that's in relation to.
I can get it up.
Yeah, because there's a whole poem about that, but I don't remember if it's about the Everfather or a different hero, or if it's the Everfather.
It's different. It's about some tale to do with some goblins in a cave, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the thing too. Yeah.
So do we have to come up with tasks, or do we just say that he did 3? Like most legends just say he does 3 possible things, but we could think of something.
Yeah, and we can figure it out later. I mean, I could already think of several impossible tasks, but we have a word count to meet, so.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, then that's good. By seeing truth through the riddles and.
But that gives us room to play with later. Like, for example, I mean, we shouldn't use this one because it's too obvious. But like, you know how Hercules like redirected like a fucking river as an impossible task. Like, as we write lore, we can say, oh, what if like it was created by this? Like that was one of the impossible tasks. He moved the mountain or did that kind of thing. So, Pigeon that says that that ties back to Celtic tale they heard about inspired the song Scarborough Fair that does just include impossible tasks. There.
I don't know that song, but Scarborough is a very funny place. It's renowned for like being not great. So the fact that there's some kind of legend or lore that you know about from Scarborough tickles me somewhat. Scarborough Fair.
Wait, is that the same Scarborough Fair that Simon Garfunkel does? Like, been the Scarborough Fair. That one? That same song?
It must be.
Interesting. Tell us more.
I'll look it up. Simon Garfunkel. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine they didn't necessarily get this. But that's the most famous the version that I know.
Sure.
So,
what is the impossible task in it? Oh no, I can't really see them in the notes here.
Yeah, can you tell us? I'm curious. How did the
wash it in a dry well. I see. And then she'll be a true of mine. Let them make a cambric shirt without any seam or needlework. I see. Where are you guys going first? Yeah. Okay, yeah, exactly. This kind of stuff is like very common in British folklore. Is doing the impossible, doing something without something.
We'll come up with some. We'll come up with a cool impossible task. Cool. All right. So we know who their father is. That's good. And then who are the
Well, we have to do a secret now, right?
Yeah, what's the secret? His secret.
Deep motivation, desire. What his desire is.
He's really into musicals. No,
I mean, What was the
It's kind of
Ever?
tricky.
Because he's about community, right? I feel like he also regrets that the Everpact had to be signed and agreed and that kind of thing, right? He probably wants. Or maybe no, maybe.
Oh, sorry,
Maybe
I had an idea.
maybe he's the enforcer. Like he's the one that's most stringent about the Everpact being like honoured, and he's always on the lookout for someone breaking it.
Okay.
Basically, what was your
I was
idea?
gonna take it. I was gonna take it further. What if he's the guild pact, so to speak? What if he is
like
the divine?
he is the thing.
Well, I mean, not as dumb as that, but the pact requires like an oath type thing, right? But maybe it's sealed by him. So if he were to pass away or die or something, basically the Everpact is null and void. So it's like he's put his divine blood on the line to keep the peace.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, he's the contract. He is the contract. He is the one who.
Yeah.
He's the backer. But if someone assassinates him, kill him. Like for example, if you killed the Evermother or whatever, the Everpact would still be enforced and someone else could. But if you kill the Everfather, all bets are off.
Mm-hmm.
And it's and
also he's literally made of stone, so it could be literally carved on his body and be there forever.
Yeah. It's like on his abs.
I kind of like that idea. So what are we saying? We're saying
the power of the Everpact relies on him.
So I mean the law. What you're saying here, the law is that he was the one that. How did you say it? He said like invested himself or.
Yeah, it's his divine blood that it's his divinity onto which the Everpact is written, right? Yeah. He's the. Let me go back and see how I said it,
but like it, I guess imbues it, and then he's embodies it. There's other words I'm looking for, like he wagered. No, he gave up. Like he invested in it. There's another way of saying that. Like he is what made it possible. He gave up himself for it.
Sure. Yeah.
I can't think of it now, but I'll have to think of it later. Yeah, it's the Everfather, it's the divinity that enabled the Everpact. Is sworn upon him, and if he were to perish, the pact would be void. He is vigilant. I guess also then in my heart of it is he must be vigilant and keep it maintained, right? He must be vigilant.
Yeah. But he's also, he also has a bit of pride there.
There is an issue with this though, is that we do have prior to us saying this, we've kind of said the Everpact were just like an agreement, and it's clear that the gods can break it, but they choose not to because of like mutually assured destruction in a way, or some kind of thing like that. To avoid
I mean, we've said that on as the humans understand it, not necessarily.
Yeah, I know, but we know that the Ever Elder is breaking it. So if someone can break it and it's not binding, then does it really matter?
No, how is Ever Elder strictly breaking it though? Like I thought she just found the loophole.
True. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you're right. Maybe she just found a loophole. Yeah. So are we saying then now that they're actually magically bound? Like they are physically restricted because of this thing?
I would consider it. I think that's interesting. Otherwise, because there's nothing that I don't think that strongly contradicts anything we've done. We've yet really done.
But we should mention it. But we have space to mention it because we haven't done the opening part for this whole section yet.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Yeah, like we can consider how strongly it gets reinforced, but definitely stuff like allowing the everyone's can't walk on a Valen, right? Basically.
So then,
which is what
the question is then: is this a secret that only he knows, that if he dies it's void, or do the other gods know this as well? Other gods must know
What
it
do
as
you?
well. Right. It'd be hard for them to swear a pact and not know how it works.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be
Um,
that the other gods know, and part of the the magic is they can't tell their followers and the hosts and so on.
yeah.
It's presented as if everyone is following it without coercion,
Yeah.
but there is like a contract coercion.
Yeah. But then, if that's true, then no one. It's kind of fun if someone finds out about it and tries to kill the other father, right? Somehow.
You mean wait if like one of the followers finds out about it?
Well, yeah, like the other gods can share this information. But
Sure.
that's bad though, isn't it? Anyway, yeah, just leave it at that. It's just interesting. Only he and the other ones know this and are forbidden from sharing this knowledge. So I don't know how. I want to say is I don't know how anyone would find out about it then. Like we're reading it in the book, and I guess maybe you can't find out about it. It's just a consequence of if the Everfather died. I mean, that's the quest then, isn't this a story? Surely, like somehow the Everfather's killed, and this is just an outcome of it, unexpected outcome. Is that what we're saying?
I mean, it could be more vague. It could be the way it's worded is if the Everfather is ever leaves his other world kind of thing, and so which implies dying. But if someone were to kidnap him or entrap him in another dimension or something, that could also void the Everpact.
Mm-hmm.
Like it could be a wording thing, right? Like I can't die, it doesn't matter. But if I were to ever like leave, so there could be a vague wording to it.
Yeah, possibly.
That we don't have to specify. Yeah, or if he ever enters the. I mean, we don't have to. This is like a kind of detail that could be reserved for an actual adventure, but we can allude to it by saying like if there's like certain stipulations, like for example, he has to stay within his as long as he's within his other world, or his Anun, all the other ever ones also have to sort of abide by that and also remain within their other world kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Is the thought.
So, all right, then I'm happy with that. I think that's
maybe. Well, that one's a little bit trickier because we do allude to the Everchild. Like, can the Everones visit the other Everones, like in their respective domains?
Yeah, and also we have the Everchild just leaving, don't we? We say that he goes on little adventures.
That's true. So yeah, we couldn't really do that.
But I don't know if those adventures are on like mortal worlds or if they're in other realms. I think they're just in the other realms. I think he goes to other worlds.
Just a thing to consider to keep consistent. Yeah. So, all right. So, but overall, are we okay with that as a quote unquote secret?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's interesting.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Let's just make sure we don't write
ourselves into a corner.
Yeah, right ourselves corner or violate the consistency of our lore. So again, So overall, that's a good starting point.
Okay.
All right, are we moving on? Shall we move on to other houses?
Yeah, we can do. We could talk about his fortress as well if we want to, or we could do. I want to do other houses. It's more exciting to me. But if we're doing an order, then it'll be his fortress next.
Let's. Well, Kergulud is the glass fortress, right?
Yes, as Ker Uidir. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, not Ker. Kergulud is on. What is it? Ker.
Uidir.
That's a fortress of glass, right?
Yeah.
So it's like transparent, so everyone can see what he's doing all the time.
Yeah.
He's taking a dump.
I guess so. Yeah, I didn't think of it that way. The way that I've interpreted it is that it's like made of obsidian because of battles with Drake and things like that.
Sure.
But I like the idea that you can see through it, so it's transparent, it's honest, it's open. That's kind of cool.
Complete transparency. It also makes it really unique as a fortress.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hello, monkey boy. Sorry, caps lock. No worries. Hello. How's it doing? How did you find us?
What up? Yeah. Stop yelling at me, monkey boy. Why did you? Oh God, I'm deaf. We both like monkeys. Hello. Monkeys are.
Oh, my cat's
nice.
called Monkey. His name's Saru Bobo.
That's true. Darren's cat is Saru Bobo. Saru means monkey in Japanese. You're writing your D&D book. We're writing a D&D book too. pray tell, what kind of D&D book are you writing as we write our D&D? Well, it's not D&D book. It's an Avalon book, but people who play D&D can read it.
Yeah.
But yeah, feel free.
Ooh.
Oh, sure, time magic.
Do you play Guild Wars 2 by any chance?
Good question.
I know it's Chronomancy in lots of different places, but Guild Wars 2 is my direct connection to Chronomancy.
Have you ever played Day of the Tentacle? That's one of my favorite. Day of the Tentacle. That's one of my favorite time travel games. Or watch Back to the Future, or watch the movie Primer. We'll get into that later. Anyway, we can move on. Okay, watch the movie Primer.
So, Monkey Boy, we are currently writing lore for our fairy courts in our Celtic-inspired land of Avalon, and we're writing lore for the fairy courts of this guy, the Everfather. In fact, now we're doing the fairy courts, so I can get up artwork for the Fae instead. I
like the idea of talking a bit about the fortresses too, because like if Kergulut is like this giant glass fortress, like what do the other ones kind of like? Yeah, obviously talking about what their domains are. Like, have you established that? What their respective?
Oh yes. So establish the domains and who's in them. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I like to, if possible, I like to talk about each of their domains.
Yeah, sure.
And then imagine what their house looks like.
I mean, so obviously part of this is that they're on a giant mountain, right?
Oh, sure. Yeah. So all of the other world of Anun, so I always say it wrong. Vedrid?
Uidir.
Uidir. So Anun Uidir is a giant mountain that is infinite, right?
Yes.
And then the Everfather lives at the peak.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
they live somewhere on this cliff.
Yeah, in the Crystal Fortress at the peak. So we have T. Sukelos, which is the House of Craft, name pending. We can share the name, but I think this kind of successfully tells everything. Beside it, we have Sukelos, the Good Striker. He's like a bearded man who carries a long-handled hammer or mallet. And he may and he's usually associated with like building things, stone, metal, protector kind of feeling to him. He might also have a pot or a cup that might be associated with beer or mead. So he's a builder of sorts, a constructor. Okay. And then I'll tell you what the other people would say there as well, because that probably helps you see the space for all of them. Then there's Nantosuelta. She's usually paired with Sukulos, so they're like a partner, a male and female group, a parent. Her name can mean Valley of Warmth or Valley of Sunshine. And she is a woman who carries a pole with a roundhouse on top of the pole. So like a staff with a roundhouse on top of it, which is pretty cool.
Does anyone live in the roundhouse?
Say again?
Did anyone live in the roundhouse?
I think it's symbolic. I don't think it's actually, but we could do that. She does have. Sometimes she's also depicted with a bird, so a bird could live in the roundhouse.
Okay, so a little magical bird.
So I guess, like, if we're doing with craft, then she's to do with like building buildings and homes, and that's important to differentiate that from the House of Hearths, which we have in the Everchild's Fairy Court, which is about keeping a home. Whereas I think she's literally about building homes, homes that will last forever. You know, that kind of thing.
She's, American joke. She's the Jimmy Carter of the Pantheon.
Sure.
Do you know that reference?
I mean, I can guess that Jimmy Carter built lots of homes, from what you've said.
Yeah.
I don't know
he's very famous with involved with Habitats for Humanity.
Oh, okay. So I'm guessing Sukolos is like a builder of all sorts, and then Nantusuelta is a builder of homes.
Okay.
And then we have Alisanos. Who is a he, and he's just a god. All we know about him is a god of mountains and stone. So they all kind of go together quite nicely. Like, he's like the one that procures the resources and the materials. He's like the miner. And then she builds homes and he builds everything else. So I think that kind of works out.
So their castle is basically what I imagine is a Home Depot. Do you know what Home Depot is? So it's like
we call them B&Q.
It's a giant.
It's a different company, but it's called B&Q.
B&Q?
Yeah.
What would it be like? What would a Celtic roundhouse fantasy god Home Depot look like? Where you just have like all these fays hanging out, flitting about, waiting to get like conscripted into like building projects.
It's just gonna be. It's gonna be like a massive, like, quarry, right? With like all sorts of stone, crystals, like every kind of crystal, mineral, and stone you can imagine. Plus a rare deposit of like metals or things like that. And
Now, do metals? How do metals work here? Like, there's no iron.
yeah, so I think that's procured from Avarnum. That's why it's rare.
Yeah.
There's like a depot
Yeah.
of like metals procured from Avarnum and brought here. And then I'd imagine that instead of trading and buying, you just have to mine it yourself. Like you have to be worthy of getting to the quarry, and then you have to mine whatever resource you want, and you can take it and do what you want with it.
I see. So it's like crypto. Got you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like
It's the early days of crypto, not the later ones.
So what does the fort look like? I don't know. Maybe it's just like a huge tower that guards this quarry. Maybe some kind of massive building. It has to be a massive building made of stone, right? Or it's carved into the mountain like the Caermons are. Like maybe they built the Caermons in the Divine Era.
I mean, it could be. I mean, a couple thoughts is. Well, the main thought that comes to my mind is if it's a guild of crafters, it would make sense to me for it to be a place that is constantly being rebuilt and like torn down and rebuilt, like walls of like different kind and like
a
experimentation.
Minecraft house. Like you just keep going again.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't play Minecraft, but that's what that's what I imagine.
That's interesting. Yeah, let's do that then. So I'm going to say it's the giant Caermons because we want to tie into the idea that the Caermons were built during the Divine Era. So these are the guys that know how to do that. And then you're right, like they keep building it and then I guess destroying part of it, crumbling it, and then rebuilding it. So it's constantly in flux.
Also, it's the other world, so the physics don't have to be real physics, right?
Yeah.
Like it could be something along the lines of. Sorry, I can't see the chat anymore because my phone died.
That's
so
all
just
right.
FYI. So tell me if people say something.
Sure.
But imagine, okay, it could be an infinite space, right? Imagine walking into the castle, and then hypothetically you can just have infinite inner walls until the leaders say, okay, well, we're going to go to this room. This is where you go to the hall. But until then, let's keep going down and seeing all these infinite walls. Like it could be destroyed, but it doesn't really have to be either, right? You could just have infinite pocketed dimensions.
Oh, you're saying they don't destroy stuff. They just keep building. It's always
they just build infinitely.
Yeah.
But they do it within the confines of their castle.
Yeah. So I like that. So then let's. I like
There-
the idea
there's-
that the oldest rooms are in the deepest part, and that they're always building like the front of it. That you can always see the construction at the front. And it looks like it's never finished, but really, you're right. They just keep building new layers to it that go deeper and deeper and deeper into the mountain, or something like that.
Yeah. But it doesn't work the same way as real physics. Like it's just thousands or hundreds of thousands or millions of things that they built, and you can kind of go teleport to anyone that you want within the history, or you can just go through this door and now you're at the Great Hall for that castle or whatever.
Yeah. So
It doesn't.
They're just constantly building like architectural marvels.
Yes, exactly.
Different.
The physics are weird here.
Yeah. So he has a huge quarry with every kind of stone and mineral, plus rare metals cured from Ivalan. That's awesome. She builds houses, so maybe she builds like the interior. She's the interior designer, and he's the exterior designer. Yeah.
And I think the important thing to note is that it's not like perfect. It's not like millions of like perfect walls, and like part of creation is like getting a lot of things wrong. So you're gonna have like a lot of weird ideas too.
Yeah.
So.
Do we want to do his secret as well, or just keep that for now, and then just
keep that for now. Like we can move on, I think.
Yeah, move on. Cool. Let's go.
Well, it's midnight over here.
Oh yeah, do you want to stop? Yeah. We've been going for an hour, I guess.
Okay.
Although less than an hour because I screwed up. That's on me.
No, we do one more. Want to do one more?
I do want to do one more. I always want to do one more.
Let's do one more. All right, let's do one more.
But then, because if we do this one, we do it quick, we could do the other one, and then that's all three of them.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see. Let's do two more.
Okay. So next one is T. Belenus, the House of Fire, currently tentatively called, but I don't see why we would change that. This again has a few Fae in it, or Taig. The first one is Belanas. He is kind of an iconic old Celtic deity. The Beltane Festival is named after him.
Beltane Festival. Okay.
Yeah, he's all about fire and healing. And so I imagine the healing is like cauterizing, that kind of thing, like fire cleanses, right?
Right.
And then it's all about bonfires as well. But we kind of give bonfires to the Everstranger, but they should have bonfires here as well. Different kind of bonfire. This was an actual fire. The Everstranger's bonfires are like this weird ethereal spiritual fire. So yeah, he's just about raw fire and healing, and his name is Belanus the Bright. Then we have Taran. Taran just means thunder. All we know about him is he's likely a god of thunder. There's possibly illustrations of him holding a wheel that might represent the heavens or the sky. There's also the idea of him spinning the wheel to invoke storms or that kind of thing. And I've put him here as like thunder is also fire, lightning, that kind of thing. It's just
Sure.
sky fire basically. And then lastly we have Borvo and Bormana. They are another couple. And their names likely mean something to do with bubbling. And they are associated with hot springs and healing. So fire of the earth. So fire from. So basically we've got Belanus is fire on the earth. Taran is fire in the sky. And Borvo and Bormana are fire underground.
Okay. So I mean, to me, the most obvious mythology or fantasy reference point is like the Efreet city of brass, right?
Tell me more.
Like a big metal castle in a sea of lava, which is a classic, first edition Dungeons and Dragons image. The question is, but that's like obviously drawing from Arabic, Middle Eastern fantasy tradition.
We have lava in this realm, rivers of fire. So I think it's funny, I hadn't thought about it at all yet, but it makes sense to me that it should be some kind of fortress with a moat of fire, right? There should be some kind of river, lake of fire kind of depiction.
Yeah, like a hell. And then it's having it be a city made of some kind of metal. It doesn't have to be brass, like to differentiate.
Wait, why the metal thing though?
It's just a reference to the city of brass.
Oh, City of Brass, like in... I didn't know that. Yeah, I don't know that. City of Brass, that's from thingy, yeah. But in that case, then I would deliberately not do the brass thing, because if that's tied to another culture, that's not what we're doing.
Or it could be like a city of the city. It could be like a castle of obsidian, like some sort of like resilient or stone that would make sense in that kind of environment.
Some kind of superheated fort, obsidian, question mark. Surrounded by moats of fire, and then it's stupid things like that. Only those are pure, pure heart, pure soul can enter.
Or it could be an underground. It could feel like a giant cavern of
we're being
like
raided
underground
by
sea.
Corsair's Cove with 8 people. I forgot about raiding. I need to do that more. We need to raid.
Oh, what's up?
Yeah.
Well, welcome, Corsair's Cove. Corsair's Cove. What y'all up to?
What have you been up to?
See, relevant. We were talking about Arabic mythology, and you guys are Corsairs. So tell us what you know about Efreets and the City of Brass and Lakes of Lava. I can't actually see the chat right now because I am.
No, we have people raiding us. What are you guys been up to? What stream have you come from? I mean, I know it's Corsair's Cove, but what do you guys do over there? And,
are you ready to stab us through the guts with a scimitar? I'm okay with that too.
Yeah. In case you don't know who we are.
Fucking love.
You're gone.
I love scimitars as a kid, man. That was like my favorite sword.
Fan? Dude, I'm from a county called Essex in England, and our flag is 3 scimitars. And I always thought that was weird.
Bro. Bro. Yeah. Destiny. I fucking love scimitars. Yeah, scimitars like that was like when I played D&D, like when I was playing at conventions, anytime I could get my hands on a scimitar, I was just like, it's just like more sword. It just looks like it's just more blade. How do you go wrong with a scimitar?
Okay, they say they don't know much about the City of Brass, but we run D&D. Awesome. So we what kind of campaign are you running? And we are Legends of Varlin. We are Adderstone Games. We make a role-playing game that's compatible also with 5e. That's inspired by Welsh Celtic mythology in the land of Varlin.
Yeah.
And we're literally
So,
currently
yeah, right.
making our world guidebook on stream. So we're just creating lore.
Yeah. So if you have any fun ideas for a castle and a sea of fire, feel free to pipe in. That's what we're chatting about right now. Also, what is fun, right? Like, what is a fun environment for heroes to explore?
Yeah.
Like, obviously, if it's like a sea of fire and lava, it's like the elemental plane of fire or something. You assume that the heroes are going to be able to survive that environment, right?
Yeah.
And walk through
I'm already thinking now that like motes of fire is just like too mundane. Like I was thinking in my head like a mote of like lava, and now I'm thinking that's too mundane. It should be like either like a literal river of huge flames that you can't jump over, right? Because it's just wall of fire, or the actual fortress is inside one giant flame. I don't know how that would work or how people would survive that. Maybe these guys are super fire immune. It doesn't matter, right?
I mean, I just assume when you enter their domain, you're going to be fairly immune to flame, unless you have some sort of like honor test. Like as long as you're of the worthy dead, you don't like burn up. But if you're unworthy, then you get sent to the unmaking. Yeah, you get sent to oblivion.
Colossus Cove says we're playing in the Humblewood setting, which is the lovely animal folks. Oh, then I have something to share with you in a second. But a serious game with a major elemental war going down. We're at level 12. Wow, that's high. And on Monday, we'll be having our 200th episode. That's awesome. Writing your own setting is very cool. Props. Thank you very much. So if you're in Humblewood and you like happy little furry people, then let me share with you one of our Fae type, which is the Boobach.
Ooh, yeah. You show them a Boobach?
Yeah, show them a Boobach. That's these little guys. These guys are Boobach. They're like fox magic creatures with fairy wings and horns and then golden scales on the forehead. They're our interpretation of a Welsh mythical creature, and they come to your home and they help you with chores if you leave them milk and cheese and that kind of stuff. But if you ever insult them, they will torment you for the rest of your days.
Yeah, this is a type of brownie.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, so, and they're adorable. They're very cute. They're very precious to us. So.
And Pigeon says, gonna advertise a bit as someone who adores the Varlin. Thank you, Pigeon. Very kind of you. They not only made their own setting, they also made an entire game in the world. Yeah, we've got a rule book, and then we've also made a huge campaign book as well. That's also compatible with 5e too. So it's an epic campaign book. Is a Varlin game 8? Yeah. So Legends of Varlin. Let's go to Adderstone Games. UK. There's a quick rundown. So this is our core rulebook, which we have up here. It's our own game system that uses playing cards instead of dice. You begin the game as a humble townsperson as opposed to an adventurer, with starting profession, and then you go out to learn how to fight and use magic, that kind of thing. And then last year, or the year before that, I forget now, we released Against the Fairy Queen, which is a huge campaign book of 5 massive adventures that take you across all of Varlin, which is here. And we were nominated for an Annie Award for that, if you know what Annie Awards are, which was really awesome. And that is already out and about. Both of those are out and about. You can get them on PDF at DriveThruRPG, or you can buy them directly through Modiphius. And then now we're working on our World Guide book, which is a Face Seeker's Guide to Varlin, which we're doing now. Yeah. Yes, the art is stunning. We were nominated for an award for our artwork, exactly. And I didn't make the art. I'm just the art director, but we work with excellent artists and they're all wonderful and amazing, and they help bring our world to life. So super grateful.
We're about that real art game and collaborating with real artists. We're about that which is why we're writing on stream, right? We like to make things with our brains. It's fun. That's the fun part, and you guys do too, clearly, because y'all are. I had your 200th episode. Congratulations!
Congratulations on your I think it's upcoming 200th episode. Yeah. On Monday, one day, yeah. So congratulations for that. Through Modiphius,
What are we on? Is this like episode 60?
Yeah, it's
Do we
around
know?
60, I think. It's around. I think it's like 15.
Oh
or something.
man, all right.
Yeah.
All right, we gotta catch up. We're gonna start streaming every day till we catch up to Corsair Cove.
True.
Yeah,
All right,
you're
let's,
not gonna-
let's hammer through this thing because we're actually gonna go back to end the stream soon.
Yeah. Okay. Here's some other things I want you to think about.
Oh wait, sorry. Corsair said they have artists in the cast for the show. Then let me show you one more thing. We make an art book for every book that we make, and because I love art and artists, so for example, here is our artwork for Against the Fairy Queen, the last book that we released, and in the art book I include all the sketches and concept work that goes on for all of the art that appears in the book. Yeah, because we love art. Yeah. All right, sorry, Kurt. Now we will hammer on home.
So something to keep in mind is the fire element is strong here, but we still have to think about the threats, like for the other domains, the faith route, right? So if you just have this house of fae that are just supercharged against fire, are they just like supremely powerful against the dregs?
I mean, they're immune to fire, but then also the weapon is fire, so that doesn't work. And these guys aren't the hunters, so that's fine. Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure about that.
Yeah.
And
good, so what are we thinking
defensive
there?
training.
Are we thinking like a giant wall of fire, or are we thinking the whole fort is in fire or on fire? I think fire is a bit too much, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean it should look like a castle of some kind still, right? I think it needs to be made of a material.
Yeah, I'm thinking some kind of fort surrounded by a wall of fire, and so it might even be difficult to see the fort inside it, but you have to get through the wall to get to it.
Sure. But what does it land? Is it in a volcano? Is it like in a giant magma pit on the mountain? Like where is it situated on the Great Mountain, right?
Yeah. Then let's do giant like lava pit or something like that, because
yeah, I'm okay with that. It could just be a giant
3-dimensional lava somewhere.
Or a constant oozing lava flow. It could be in the middle of like this huge lava flow that's building up. And okay, here, let me pitch it. I'm cooking. We're cooking with lava now.
Yeah.
We're on the Great Mountain, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is an infinite mountain that has a top, but basically almost no bottom, because there's a great stream of lava that is constantly pouring out and building the bottom of the mountain.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
And this castle is situated in the middle of it. So, like towards the top where the lava spouts out, that's where their castle is, kind of thing. And you have.
Can we do something like that? They help, like, burn the mountain. Like they help make this lava get created or something like that. That's part of their responsibility.
You mean like they like direct where it flows and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Yeah, that would make sense to me. That's imagine a great, insane lava flow that never stops, is massive. They adore it and they live. It's like an extension of the Everfather in some ways, and his love for fire, and it just keeps pulling to the bottom and just keeps making the mountain bigger and bigger and bigger over the millennia.
Cool, I'm down with that. That sounds awesome. All right, should we try and do the final one then? I think this one could be easy.
Sure, lay it on us.
So this is T. Andraste, the House of Justice.
Sure.
So Andraste is a kind of a famous name, actually. They use it in a lot of games as well. I think it's also a god in the Dragon Age franchise. Anyway, Andraste literally means like victorious. She's Andraste the Victorious. All we know about her is that she is a war goddess of order, and that Boudica, allegedly, released a hair in Andraste's name to divine victory by seeing which direction the hair ran.
Okay.
That's everything we know about Andraste. She's a badass woman, god, person who's about war and order.
Okay. So it's a rabbit farm, is what you're telling me. It's a rabbit.
Exactly. And then we have two more chaps. We have Lugus, the long arm. He is.
Okay, I know Lugus.
He's like the Celtic hero, Fae guy. He's like reportedly extremely handsome, youthful. He wielded an unsteppable fiery spear and sling. He has a hound, He's skillful in all skilled tasks. He's a warrior. He's got something to do with oaths, war, kingship, craftsman, skill, trade, harvest. He's like a god of everything, kind of, in a way. And he also led the Teatadanan into battle. He's also an inventor of games and contests. And as we know, contests are an important part of the Pendreich. So he's just about skill, I imagine, like pure skill.
Sure.
Yeah. And then we have Cocydius. Sophie says, Lou is my god. I love that guy. It's hard not to love him. He's like he's like the Mary Sue. What's the male Mary Sue?
Marion Souther.
Jason, what's the male Mary Sue? Gary Stew.
Gary
Stew.
Stew.
Yeah, he's a Gary Stew. He's just like everything you could possibly want to be. Okay, yeah, and then there's Cocydius. He is a god of war and hunting, who was also worshipped by the Romans of Britain. His name means the Red One.
Okay.
Yep. Oh, and these are the guys that battle the Drake, right? They ride the eagles to fight the Drake. So there's going to have some kind of eagle farm or something like that, or not farm, stable. No, I don't think you breed them and farm and stable them. You have to become friends with them, right? And prove yourselves. So yeah, so that's part of it. They battle the Drake with the eagles. Those are the 3 Fae here. Go.
So 2 things hit the mind. Either it would, I feel like of all the domains, that would be the sort of castle in the mountain.
Yes.
This would be it.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing. Yeah.
And there's a couple ways to approach that. Either it's like inset into a castle, into the mountain, or it could just be like an entire layer of the mountain. Like if it goes like this, at some point it's just an entire layer that takes up the entire fucking layer. So you go down the mountain, and at any point on the mountain, there's going to be halls and archways and so on built into the mountain. And that entire intersection
and
is their domain.
That makes sense because their role is to defend and kill the Drake. So they must not want the Drake to reach like a certain height on the mountain, like to keep them below. So they must have like this band of like perimeter, somewhere in the middle, not near the top, I have to imagine, because they want to protect the other houses, right? So,
and probably somewhere above the fire one.
I guess so.
Otherwise, the fire. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm using logic that which should actually be logic, because it doesn't really have to make sense.
Sure.
I mean, it could be below that too.
So this is basically this is the biggest ring fort, roundhouse fort, in all of Avalon and the other world, because it's just spans an entire mountain circumference, basically.
And if it's the lowest one, if it's like millions of mile, whatever below the top, it could be that it's the lowest point of their domain, and everything below it is the Drake's domain.
Yeah, the problem with that is that then you just don't experience Drake in most of the mountain, whatever, when you're there as an adventurer, right?
I mean, it's weirdly purely space craziness where the drags just fly up and so on. But I mean, yeah, I could see kind of going either way.
I don't think we necessarily need to even say where it is. Like, I don't think we need to say it's above or below these other houses. It's just
the
largest roundhouse fort in all of Avalon and the Noon. It spans the entire. Are we saying inside and circumference, right? Inside and circumference of a mountain layer of the mountain, of a region of the mountain, a wedge of the mountain.
An intersection of the mountain?
Intersection of the mountain, of an intersection of the mountain. From there, it's such a cool imagery as well, isn't it? Because you can imagine like these giant pillars, and then they like ride the eagles out of the pillars, right?
Hold on.
It's like a nest. It's like a huge nest. Where's this artwork again? For people that are new in the chat, I want to show you this artwork because it's so good. This is what we're imagining. So this is the Everfather's realm. And in this realm, the Fae, the great noble Telwath Fae, ride these giant eagles into battle to fight the Drake that try to torment
Yeah.
the realm and defend everyone else from them, and keep them from the mortal realm as well. So, yeah, expands tight inside the circumference of an intersection of the mountain. From there, they launch the giant eagles to battle the Drake and other fiends. Yeah. It is. Yeah, no, that's awesome. Yeah, I think we're good there.
Cool.
Yeah.
Did we hit them all? We hit them all.
We hit them all. Yeah.
High five, team. We did it.
High five. Wow. Nice.
All right. Yeah. Chrissy flagged me down because again we just moved into a new house, and apparently I'm very loud still, and you know we live in the country, so I'm still trying to adjust how loud I can or cannot be. Working on it.
Yeah, all the local Japanese folk will be really annoyed that there's a loud American just moved in.
Yeah, there's a lot of English. Yeah, when my son stays here, imagine how obnoxious that would be. It's gonna be the best.
Yeah, but he's Japanese,
yeah.
they can't complain.
Yeah, we can complain plenty. They're Japanese, so yeah, it's. But we did it. We did it, guys. I can't see the chat, but if you've been with us the whole stream, thank you. Thank you for your time and energy and ideas.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, then we'll see you next week. Hopefully there'll be less boxes, but I wouldn't judge you if there's still as many boxes. That's fine. It's hard.
You know, we'll get through 15% of it by next week.
Okay, I'll hold you to that.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. All right, guys. I was Kurt. This was Darren. Thank you. Shout out to Pigeon Paladin.
Yeah. Zilphia,
Monkey Boy, Zilphia.
Monkey Boy, Corsair Cove.
Corsair Cove, yeah.
Yeah, and I need to learn how to raid people again. I'll figure that out for next week.
Yeah. We'll make that one of our. I mean, we are a Celtic stream. We should know how to raid, right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I did it once before, but it's a long time ago now.
All right, we'll work on it. We'll We'll
be here same time next week. Well, actually, I think usually earlier, but always on Thursdays.
Yeah, earlier this week. Yeah. All right, gang. We'll talk. I mean, party or tribe. We'll talk soon.
Yeah. Bye.
Okay, bye, guys.